George Washington's army has arrived in New York.
Huzzah! Huzzah! Tear that up, Mr. Treadwell.
Thank you.
I'm Professor Joe Shremick, associate professor in history, and I teach with this method called reacting to the past.
I am here to formally declare Mr. Alexander Hamilton a traitor and ask that he be tried in a court of law for his treason against the British Crown. He called for violence, incited violence, and threatened the British Crown.
When did this happen?
When he was giving his speech, he said that he will, quote, "I will stand to defend New York from the British with my rifle in one hand and my in another." That's a direct quote.
It involves elaborate historical role-playing games where students take on the perspectives of the past and argue those viewpoints through speeches and papers written from the perspective of their characters.
Okay, well, first, before we can have our trial, we must have the grand jury before you can have a trial.
This is a brand new experience in learning about history for me. In reacting, you get to put yourself in the position of the event and try to understand all the concepts of what's going on.
These games are very elaborately designed, and so what will happen is the student will get a roll sheet, and a roll sheet will be a very elaborate, several pages long description of who the character and history they're playing, what that character's goals are, how they can win those goals or try to achieve those goals.
Considering there are no amendments and no speeches to be heard, we shall hold a vote to recognize the borders of the United Tribes.
I can easily chalk this up as one of the best classes that I've actually been taking here at SIU.
Mr. Delancey.
Yay.
Mr. Phillips.
Yay.
Given the chance, I would recommend it to anybody.
So the grand jury decided to indict Mr. Alexander Hamilton. We will be having a trial with a jury of his peers.
Just the intensity, it's such a different environment. You're used to these lectures and you're used to, people are like, oh, well, history's boring. You're just gonna sit there, hear a lecture, read a book. No.
He swore loyalty to the British Crown on swearing in and being a judge. Is that not true? Is that not true? Is that not true?
I played 3 roles in the American Revolution game. My first role was a woman. She was a tavern owner in New York. Her name was Margaret de la Montague.
This turmoil in here concerns my people.
Okay, so we can take a vote on if we consider Washington and his army being enemies of New York.
I do. This is absurd.
Yeah, how are we making it?
Are we gonna vote?
The floor recognizes Mr. Delancey.
I did not say any. I didn't propose anything.
Oh, Mr. Treadwell, you tread lightly.
We just played the American Revolution. I was a loyalist, and I feel like now I see a different perspective. I kind of see the stuff that people don't see or don't necessarily stress when they're teaching the course.
The collective game design is what helps teach the alternative points of view.
It's given me the opportunity to understand how the world is developing outside of the lens of America.
Someone once said that it brought the emotion that you don't see in history. You read about it and you just kind of forget about it, but if you're playing it, you have different feelings about it, so you kind of see where people are coming from.
The game does a very good job, despite its seeming to be chaos at times, does a very good job at actually teaching the fact that there are a variety of viewpoints on the past and that there were a variety of different perspectives that were engaging with one another.
Because we're not part of the empire anymore. Franklin, you bet it is!
Got it! Right red. Right red.
Did you just admit?
It's a treason.
Loving my country, which is not a British empire.
You know, those other perspectives that sometimes get ignored in history when you're reading a textbook come alive in the game.
Anybody else?
I need one.
With reacting to past, the enrollment, the regular attendance was considerably higher. And a lot of that is because it's a drama and you want to know how it unfolds. And I'm really impressed with how active my classrooms are now and how many students are participating actively and how they're really learning. The average GPA when I taught the class last semester was about 0.7 higher. So I think it works.
I would wholeheartedly recommend this as a way of teaching. I think it is incredibly effective. It brings a lot of joy to history.
Bring your A game because it's best to be ready for what you're going to get into.